Welcome back to TTBA Podcast, episode number 3. We have Jason Thomason, number 2, ranked in Division 6 basketball in Northeast Texas. And we have the legendary coach, Jay Thomason. Jay, how many championships you got under your belt?
Including my basketball history, is that what you're looking for? Including my girls and boys?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm up to about 13, 14 at this point.
13, 14. So going into this big game playing against Alexander, I think the name goes, they're going by Roy City Weaver. Going into this game with both of you guys undefeated, some say this is the featured best game that will be played this year in any age division in Northeast Texas. Would you say that you agree with that?
Yeah, I would think the game's going to probably be the best game, maybe all the way around from 6th grade down. It's going to be an exciting game. Both teams are going to compete. They're undefeated, we're undefeated. Our points for and our points against are about the same. So, last year they got the better of us in both games. We'll see what we can do this year.
I noticed last season, postseason play, that you guys came in with a strategy that really worked for you guys. Going into halftime, you guys was up 9 points. Would you say that you guys will come in similar to that, or you got your own secret game plan ready for tomorrow?
We won't show everything. This is regular season.
Okay. So I'll direct your question to Jason Thomason. Jason, people are arguing that you should be the number 1 player in Northeast Texas, being number 2 for 6 weeks now. Tell me something that you've been doing to come out to that number 1 spot.
Well, off court, I've just been shooting every day, 2 hours straight. Just putting in work, working with my mom, my dad, going to the gym early, staying late, at least an hour, get there an hour early, just putting in work.
Okay, so a lot of people want to know who Jason Thomason is. Who is Jason Thomason?
The kid that can play basketball. That's who he is.
Kid that can play basketball. What do you love most about basketball?
Shooting threes, being a good teammate, carrying a team.
So, there's been a lot of talk about you this season. People are saying that you really matured and you're starting to see the court a lot better and a lot clearer. And the one thing that people are liking is the way that your ability to get the whole team involved. Where did that come from?
Just watching him play with the grown-ups. My dad, he's taught me a lot. Be a team leader, carry him.
Okay.
All that.
So, if you had to pick your favorite player, who would it be?
Stephen Curry.
What do you like about Stephen Curry?
Because he's a team leader. He can score when he needs to. He can carry the team when he needs to. Just do whatever he wants.
So, with this being the biggest game of a regular season, what is something that you do off the court before games to get you ready mentally for a game like this?
Ask for inspiration from dad, coaches, other coaches from other Caddo teams, just to get me ready, just to get me pumped up, just want to win more.
So, Coach, you've had a whole year now to with that bitter taste in your mouth going down to the finals and the championship, and having that lead and then coming out and losing at the end there. You've been battling that Alexander kid for quite some time. So how excited are you to actually get another chance, another go at this type of game?
We're always excited to play a team that can play. We love competition. We've had some games this year that haven't been very close. We look forward to playing a team that can play. Every year we always want to play a competition. We played up, for 2 or 3 seasons we played up in age group just so we get better competition. We came back down in our age group last year. They got the better of us on the first game, and the second game was a whole lot more competitive. The first game we had some injuries. We had one of our key players out. Second game he was just coming back, trying to get back into basketball shape. This year we have another injury, of course, to another starter. Somehow he broke his finger during a game a few weeks back. So I would just like to see how we do whenever we get the whole team back. We'll have the whole team back by the playoffs. We'll see what we can do tomorrow night. I think we're ready. We've been practicing hard, been working hard. We've done more this year to try to stress the whole team and try to give maybe even more playing time for our second team than our first team, just to get everybody ready to contribute in a big game. That way they won't be so nervous and uptight. And I think it's been a little bit hard on the starters at times. They don't want to give up their minutes because they're very competitive and they love playing basketball. But at the same time, it's the best thing for the team.
So, some people have been saying that, there have been some complaints about these scores have been blown out. It's obvious that you guys are in a league of your own. But some people are saying that you guys, you're scoring 60 more points than the other team, but they're saying that you could have scored 100 if you wanted to. Do you think, pulling back, and do you think that that's going to hinder them in a big game like tomorrow?
No, I think that what we see in practice, we go at it hard in practice, and what we see in practice is the intensity on both sides. We get a real good, when we do actually scrimmage, which we don't scrimmage a whole lot, when we do scrimmage, it's real intense. So both teams, the first team and the second team really get after it. Could we score more points in those games? Yeah, we focus on fundamentals, good defense. A couple games we got big leads. We made sure we did X amount of passes, and we were trying to work on our jump shots and different things, trying to improve our overall fundamental game. I've got players on this team that want to play tournament basketball. Jason learned a lot last year from playing tournament basketball in the summertime. And, I've got other kids that want to do that as well, and I think it's the best thing for them. We've watched now, there's a 7th grade basketball team here in Caddo that went undefeated. All of their players played tournament basketball the year before. They hadn't played tournament basketball before 7th grade. They did it between 6th and 7th grade, and it was a night and day difference in those teams.
Okay, so a lot of people say that, with this being your last season with these good kids and having this group of kids from kindergarten up, that you're really just taking the time and just soaking in and enjoying every minute. What does it mean to you to be in your last 2 games of the season and, to be around these kids since kindergarten? Take me through how you're feeling about the last 2 games here.
Well, it's bittersweet. We coached a lot of these boys in football, and we had our last game this past year in football with a lot of them. This group of boys have been through a lot together. We had the death of Brandon Ivy, and it brought a lot of them close together during that time, and it was a very hard time for the team. That's the year that we decided to play up. We'd already decided we were going to play up that year. And Brandon really loved basketball, so it really threw us for a loop. A lot of emotions that year, a lot of emotions since then. I know Jason wears Brandon's number to show respect to his parents, and so that way Brandon's number always will live on. We used to play with 4 players on the court. We did that for a couple of years to show respect towards Brandon. Some teams didn't understand what we were doing, so it would have to be kind of explained. They almost thought we were showboating, but we weren't trying to showboat. We were really just allowing, by having 4 on the court, that Brandon was out there with us as that 5th player. And, it kind of shook us to our core. I think now we're back to where we enjoy the game more. We're more passionate about things. Maybe sometimes we get our eye off what really is important in life. And that was a jolt for a lot of us. But you can't take any day for granted. And we look each other in the eye now at practice, and we talk about those things as boys that are trying to become men, that one day they're going to have to be dependent on to be men in the community, and that they need to be able to look each other in the eye and say, I gave everything I have. And if it's not good enough and you lose a game, so be it. But you need to be able to look at each other and say, I gave everything I have. And if they can do that to each other, they know. We have some drills that we do where we come together and we'll talk after the drill if we didn't accomplish our goal. And the first thing we'll ask them, each one of them has to talk to every teammate and tell their every teammate that they gave everything they had. So we're trying to make boys into men. We want men that are going to be held accountable, that are going to be depended on, that can be pillars in their community. And instead of being people that run from challenges and run from things, that they're going to stand their ground and they're going to fight for the family that they have. What do we say on our thing? What's our saying every time?
Like our prayers?
No, what's our 1, 2, 3 saying every time?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, family.
So we really stress family. We started stressing that a lot this year because, we understand that they're fixing to be in school ball. They're going to move on to school ball. Some kids may not play anymore and things of that nature, but the things they've learned through kindergarten through 6th grade, we feel like it's that important that it'll stick with them, and it's a foundation that will carry over into everything they do in life. To me, sports is nothing more than a microism of life, and it's going to show up in these kids and these boys when they become men.
Coach, do you got anything to say? Anything else you want the community to know?
No, I'm good right now. I know that I appreciate everything that we get to do in CMYSA. I appreciate that we get to use the gyms, that we get to use the school gyms, and that we get to participate in basketball. It's a game I love. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy coaching it. I've been coaching it since I've been out of high school. I've coached it for so long now that it's going to be weird if I'm not coaching it, to be real honest with you. So it's going to be kind of hard next year. Maybe I'll pick up something else, but I've enjoyed it the whole way. And proud that I get to coach my son. It's a joy. I try not to be too hard on him. I've learned some lessons from coaching my daughter before him. So he gets a little bit of the brunt sometimes, but that's just the way it goes being a coach's son. I don't feel like he's ranked number 2 because he's my son. I feel like he's earned it. I think that we have a really good team. I think we embody the team atmosphere. We don't try to have one person take over and score all the points. We share it pretty well. And he can score when he needs to, but I think he does a really good job of making sure everybody's involved. And I think that's the overall game that he brings to the table is what really puts him on that level. And I think that he'll continue to evolve in that. We have other players that do a lot of great things as well. We have, I don't know, how many players do we have in that top 10? 2 or 3? I think we have 2 or 3.
Yeah, like 3.
We could have more. I mean, I honestly would put my team up against any of those kids, but there can only be 10, and there are other athletes in this 6th grade group that are really good. We have 10 solid players on our team, and they all contribute. That's all we ask, that they all contribute.
Well, good luck tomorrow, and we look forward to watching a great game. We're hoping that it's not lopsided on either side, and we want to wish you guys luck. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.